Hi, good afternoon. Uh, I thought we could do an impromptu tarot reading with just a couple of cards. So I'm just kind of looking at which deck I want to use. How's about these? Mystical Moments. I always forget the name. I haven't shuffled these, and I'm holding my phone, so I'm going to shuffle with one hand. They're already I shuffle them all the time. We'll just do a little shuffle. How's your day? Mine is good. First day back in the studio after being gone for continuing education and camping. My favorite time of year is when I get to camp. Okay, so you know what also feels really good? They cleaned my car inside and out, or I did. I cleaned the inside. My husband cleaned the outside because he likes doing that. And it feels amazing. I don't think it's been that clean since I bought it over 2 years ago. Okay, so that was just a little distraction while I shuffle. Okay, so now let's draw. I'm going to cut the deck and draw. We have the Knight of Pentacles. I love that picture with the horse-shaped leaves. A leaf-shaped horse. Okay, Knight of Pentacles, challenged by the Five of Cups. Oh, what's this about? Let's get one from the bottom of the deck. Eight of Swords, overall energy. So the overall energy is one of maybe feeling a little bit caged in or trapped, but see how the cage is open? The wings are in the, it's like they're not in a comfortable position, but they're not entirely trapped. It might just be somewhat of an illusion or something that you can get out of with a little bit of effort, or maybe clarity. Since it's swords, it's mind energy. So it's really like, you know how the mind keeps us feeling kind of more trapped than we really are, is the overall energy here. And then the challenge here, the contrast of the Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. So the Knight of Pentacles is like taking action in a new direction, or in a direction that you want to keep going or start going in. And it's very grounded, steady. It's calling for a steadiness. So the mind energy of the swords is usually pretty fast, pretty like airy, you know, it can blow every which way on a moment's notice. Like the mind just does that. And that can feel it, like if that trapped energy is here in contrast to the action in a direction, the Eight of Swords, we might feel trapped because our mind is going in a million directions, and it won't just pick a direction and start working toward that goal. So do you ever feel like you have too many options, or your attention is kind of divided in a lot of different ways that kind of depletes your energy or depletes your focus, or kind of thins out your focus, spreads it out across too many things so that you can't really focus in on one thing? So that could be what's going on here. And then it's challenged by the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is this like a feeling of loss, like we've lost something that's important to us, or we're feeling some grief perhaps. So it is a card of like feeling of a loss, whether that's an actual thing or person or not. It's just something that we are maybe temporarily focused on lack, like we feel like we don't have enough of something. And then what this usually calls for is like shifting our perspective a little bit to see and feel grateful for maybe all that we do have, which can flip a switch just like that. The fives are very temporary perspective shifting energy. So with that, what is that for you? It feels like the mind energy that makes us feel like we're trapped, or like something seems like we're feeling like set back in some way. This is saying that might just be an illusion. It's just, how can we shift our perspective? And I know that's easier said than done, but it is saying that. It's saying that maybe one little action, like the Knight of Pentacles is like, take one step in one direction and see how you feel. Does it shift your perspective to act first and like get out of the, like the mind thinks it knows so much, like which way to go or how to do something, or even tells us how to feel. But the mind is just a lot of that airy chaos energy that keeps us spinning our wheels. And this is calling for actual tactical, is that the word? Like real practical is probably the real word. Action in a direction. Okay, so, and then that's going to flip us out of that, flip a switch to move us into that feeling of, oh, wait a minute, that was all just my own making, this illusion that I was stuck. I was never stuck. Okay, so let's get one more little nugget for the way forward. Let's get it from the Light Seers Tarot. Again, I'm going to shuffle with one hand. I just made a mess of my cards. I kind of just want one card. Let's just get one. I'm going to spread these out, make a mess. I got a whole mess here. Here we go. The Chariot. Oh, it smells good. I don't know what that smells like. It smells like something familiar. Okay, so the Chariot, was that weird? It's like the ultimate card of swift movement in a chosen direction. So what is it that once you take a step in that direction, you're off and running? Okay, so this isn't a time to keep your wheels spinning. This is saying that once you choose, and it doesn't have to be a lot of analysis paralysis of like, which direction, like if you're juggling multiple possible directions or things you want to put effort into, little projects, hobbies, whatever. This is saying take a step in any one of those. You're going to know right away if you see how the black and white, there's this usually there with the Chariot, it's like being able to navigate between two, like the differences, between extremes, between contrast. So you're going to know right away. It's a feeling of, was that right? Oh, no. Okay. Take a step in a different direction. But when we get just stuck in our own mind, not going anywhere, it's like, if you haven't acted yet, I was just thinking of Schrodinger's cat, but I was laughing because my husband, I made the crudest joke the other day that had to do, I can't even repeat it. It's so bad. It is so bad. It's disgusting. And I can't repeat it, but it had to do with it was a Schrodinger's analogy. But it's like when things are in superposition, meaning you haven't made a choice yet. You haven't locked anything in. So it's like you feel trapped because you haven't taken a step in a direction. So it's like any outcome is possible. You know, all things are happening simultaneously, or it's like all things are true and not true at the same time. So it's like until you take that first step, you don't know if it's a direction you want to go or not. It's all just mind games up until then. You could think yourself in circles, right? I've done it all the time. I still do it. But this is saying you know which way to navigate once you get on the road and get in the driver's seat. Okay, so good luck with whatever you're deciding. This is your sign to just take the first step. The Knight of Pentacles is very slow, just very practical, very grounded. It doesn't have to be fancy. It's just like literally do one small thing in a chosen direction or in your hobby, in your project. Make a phone call, send an email, test the waters, whatever it is. Reach out. Go in that direction and see what happens. Okay, bye.